All right then. So we are back again here. And yeah, I just restarted my computer. So what I'm gonna do is now install what I've just downloaded. So let me do this very quick. This thing. So yep, this is cool. We can go ahead and now set up our PowerShell, our WSL version to 2. So I'm gonna paste it. It should be done right now, and we can install ourselves Ubuntu, which I'm using. I've used a lot of Linux distributions in the past, not on Windows, but rather on my own computers. I really like NixOS in Arch Linux, but just for making this, how can I say, like stable enough, I use Ubuntu on Windows. So let's jump in and download Ubuntu. Oh, come on. Ubuntu, there we go. So let's install it. So now it's downloading Ubuntu, which is super funny because we downloaded it from the Microsoft Store. And yeah, that's essentially it. So this will download Ubuntu. And now we will have to set everything up. And what I'm gonna do right now is I don't have Ubuntu over here listed. It should appear when it's installed. All right, there we go. So now we can go ahead and just set it up real quick, which is gonna take a little bit. Also, apart from this, we will need NVM, which is Node Version Manager, to install Node.js on WSL. And I use Nick. Right, there we go. So now we have a bash shell over here. Let me restart my terminal. And Ubuntu appears here, so I can just run it. There we go. So, right, first we will need to install it with curl. It's gonna clone everything. Oh yeah, right, we don't have Node installed, or do we have one? It says npm bin sh bad interpreter. No, we have one. All right, so let me quick. Oh, I'm gonna just restart the terminal. So let me restart it. Yeah, there we go. nvm. Yep. So I'm gonna say nvm install node. It should install the latest one. nvm use node. We have npm installed over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so really cool. I'm gonna create a folder very quick called dev to put my stuff in here. Also, we have the git. Oh, we have to set up the SSH keys. For GitHub, which I always forget the steps of. So we can come here and generate a new one. We'll do this real quick. I'm just gonna leave it like this. And let's copy this thing, paste it. And there we go. Now I'm gonna come here to my SSH keys. And yeah, I'm gonna create a new one called desktop.sl. And I'm gonna copy this one up. And yeah, I'm gonna use my pass here. It's already in use. All right, that's interesting. By the way, I don't have the chat open, and I'm not sure if this is because. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was just thinking that maybe I wasn't getting any messages because I have my phone set up for the chat. All right, so we have Git now installed, so we can come into the dev folder and we can come here and copy our stuff. Git clone. There we go. Yeah. All right, so we can come into Booster, and now we have to install a couple of tools. So we're gonna npm install global Lerna on one hand, and on the other we're gonna install Yarn. So Lerna is the tool that we're using at the Booster repo to manage many different packages. Probably there's a better way of doing that nowadays, but today we're using Lerna just because we started using it some time ago. I don't know. Maybe there's something like 2020 npm monorepo. Let's check that out. npm workspaces, Lerna. This is from npm 7, npm version, which yeah, I got the npm 7. All right, so this is workspaces. All right, so I'm gonna create an issue on this, so maybe someone will want to pick up. This is whatever. So let's research how to switch to npm 7 to ditch Lerna. I'm just gonna paste this thing over here. Okay, so now that we have everything installed, we can do a Lerna bootstrap. So Lerna bootstrap is gonna like install all the dependencies of the project, and also at the same time it's gonna link the different packages of the booster project. I had about all examples, but it didn't look easier than Lerna. Like what do you mean, Pekoni? With other examples. In theory, Yarn is already being deprecated or something like that. Well, at least the creator of Yarn said on his Twitter that Yarn doesn't make sense anymore, because Yarn was created because there was no package lock for npm and different things, and essentially, oh, sorry about the drill. Damn you, neighbor. Yeah, so essentially Yarn like fulfilled some features that npm had missing, and what happened is that npm actually just, well, fulfilled those features too. So Yarn doesn't make sense anymore. And also, from when I started trying to use Yarn, it's like Yarn workspaces weren't working that well, at least on Yarn 2, if I recall correctly. But I don't know, maybe npm will fix that. I don't know. At least npm is like the official thing that should be the standard for the community. So I have no idea on that. Alright, so this got installed. Yeah, learn a bootstrap finished. So in theory, all dependencies are installed, etc., etc. So we're gonna go run ahead and run a learn or run compile. And this, what we'll do is essentially like compile all the packages in Booster. And yeah, essentially that. No, nothing more fancy. But for that, what we'll do, it will compile them in order. So like, for example, if core depends on types, it will compile types first before core. And yeah, it's gonna go on that way. All right, cool. So this just finished compiling. And yeah, by the way, when you work with Booster, generally it's a good practice to run the check all the things script. So if you don't know what it is, there's here in the Booster root, we have a folder called scripts, which is this one over here. But you can, if you check what's inside here, you have a check all the things sh, and it has like different, like one is for PS1, which is PowerShell for Windows, and then you have the Sage, which is just a regular shell script. So we're gonna go ahead and run this, and what it's gonna do, it's gonna like clean everything up, it's gonna bootstrap again, it's gonna compile everything, and it's gonna run the unit tests. And apart from that, when everything succeeds, it's also gonna like do the quick fixes that ESLint allows you to quick fix in your editor. So let's go ahead and just run this very quick. Yeah, I've made an upgrade. Essentially, I don't know if you managed to see it from there, but what I did is let me check this really quick. So I'm gonna set up camera only, And what I did is I took this super cheap IKEA lamp that I had from, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or something like that. And I literally put this. Okay, now you can hear me. Thanks for that. So yeah, I should probably eventually upgrade my microphone, because apart from the IKEA lamp hack, I'm also running this thing called Voicemeeter, which is used to mix the desktop audio and the microphone audio. But I'm actually using it just to set up the microphone on mono mode, because the microphone is mono and you will hear me perhaps from the left or the right channel of your speakers slash headset. And this fails a lot. So yeah, whatever. Back to this. I was saying that tests are failing on master, and they shouldn't. And I have no idea what happened. So perhaps it's okay. So this was working, and a PR got merged, and now it's not. But whatever. So what I was doing is, well, first, like, remembering my neighbor, of course. And a thing that I wanted to do is just get this merged very quick. There are some changes requested, but those are changes to be done in the tests. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna just merge, like, these tests that I wrote here. They do work, but perhaps they make stuff a little slow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this merged and work on another branch. So let me open up Visual Studio Code here. Oh yeah, it's gonna install the VS Code server. All right, so this is done now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to my branch. Okay, so now they're using the hammer, so that's awesome. Installed extensions. Yeah, I remember that when you work on Windows system for Linux, you have to install also these things. And I'm gonna, how can I say, like, install WSL? Yeah, install locals. And I'm gonna say install everything. Okay. Yeah, so this keeps working. Have to check from time to time. Right, so it's installing. I'm not gonna set up walker time right now, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. What a nice evening I chose to do a live stream. Or whatever. Let's reload this. Okay, so yeah. Install this. Go ahead. And yeah, it's gonna install everything up. Yeah, so essentially, you should have already like like an idea of what you have to do to set up Booster to and start working on it. Uh, like it's 6 p.m. and my neighbor is making more and more noise. So I don't know, like, can you hear like the drill so badly that it bothers you? Because some people tell me that probably I hear it more than you, but I don't know. What can you say? Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna have some errors here. Got it. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to my branch and feature local provider exploration. And now what we're gonna do is do a rebase, which is R-E onto master. And now we're gonna use this. Oh. Okay, so let me copy my key. Wow, I'm not gonna do it now. All right. So here we have more stuff. And let's continue. Let me disable walk at time extension. Walk at time. I'm gonna disable it so it doesn't bother. Yeah, but I mean, is it like does it really bother you? Because here it's super loud. It's like if probably if I wanted to watch like Netflix or something, I'd have to like use headphones or something because uh neighbors. But how's on your side, like on the viewer side, is it really bad? I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Rebase /E into master. Yep. Commit can't. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is due to this. Let's fix this and also user.email. It should work right now. Okay. Okay, so now my favorite part. Push force into origin. Wait a minute. Where am I? Oh. Okay, so I do have conflicts. What happened here? So this is on master, is it? Let's check this real quick. So it's integration test. Source. No, it's integration, providers, local, commands integration. And here we have a change car item. And yeah, that's what we're gonna use. And we're gonna save this. Also, we do have oh no, wait. No. We're not gonna use this one. We're gonna remove everything because now we have it. We're gonna merge this, and now let's check this thing. So here is on setup, and on setup we have more stuff like child process, sleep exec, sandbox path. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this, and enable allow everywhere. Okay. So I'm gonna stage this and continue rebasing. So what do we have now? Successfully rebased. Okay, so where am I? Head detached. Right. So let's check this out. How to fix detached head. So it says if you want to delete your changes, if you want to keep your changes. I see. So let's branch onto something called TMP, rebase, progress. Now we can do a git checkout feature, localwide exploration. And we can do git merge, rebase, progress. Okay, this is bad. Git rebase, no, git reset. There's hard to head. At this point, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. It was the last comment. Okay, so git rebase abort. No rebase in progress. All right, so let me check out master. And I'm gonna do a git branch -d no origin of feature local provide exploration, and also I'm gonna remove the rebase progress one. So now I can come back to the branch local provider exploration, and let me do this manually. So I'm gonna check status. Oh, this is weird. I'm not on the proper branch. Okay. Okay, now I'm on the proper branch. And I'm gonna do git rebase -e-master. Now I have to fix all these conflicts. So I'm just gonna remove this, all of these ones, and also this is the setup, which I can stage, and here I can remove this, and I can stage this as well. I can do git rebase -continue. All right. Okay, so now, yeah, okay, now the rebase has finished, and we can see that we have to sync. So now we can do a git push -f, and we do it onto origin. So now it's pushing, hopefully. Let me reload this. Okay, I have no idea what's happening. Forced update. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna fix this very quick, like the suggestions. So yeah. So here what Javier is asking is that here we are literally returning this as a cast, and this is because this is a needed method for when we're creating a provider in Booster. So what I'm doing here is literally returning the array, like by casting the unknown into the proper type. And this happens because we are working on a local provider. But if we were working on the Azure provider, AWS or whatever, we would have to like fix this stuff. Like we will get the events in not in the format that Booster expects, so we would have to convert them into an appropriate one. So in this case, what I'm gonna do is explain that to Javier. Wow. There we go. Okay, this is cool. Query object in the log message. Yes. There we go. Let's go that we have the package child process promise among our dependencies, which are represented without explicitly specifying our code. Uh, exec sync chat promise. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we'll fix this one now. Go here. So this is on read model registry. Read model registry. This one. Okay. So we can do this as this. There we go. And here we're gonna do remove this as well. Now we have to do cast. Doesn't this work? Because I have to use this one. Explicit wait. Let's push this one. Okay, what more? I'll approach this on a new PR. And we can copy this link over here. I can edit it here. In and there we go. So gonna ask a review again. This guy, and this guy. Most of the changes are made. Oh wow. And let me add an emoji here. Oh, this one. All right. So Yeah. I think I'm gonna like stop the stream right now because I have no idea what my neighbor is gonna be doing right now. I think it's not very cool for you folks to hear this, and I think I'll try to stream tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for coming, and I'm sorry for this. Not cool for anyone, but yeah. So if you have any questions, want to chat with me or whatever, I'll be on Booster's Discord. So see ya.